What's up, y'all? Um, right now, I'm not coming to you guys as, you know, a voice on YouTube. I'm not coming to you guys as some sort of, you know, superstar or a musician. I'm coming to you guys as a fellow member of the WWE universe and a wrestling fan, but more importantly, I'm coming to you guys as a human being. As somebody that has lost somebody to murder, this really hit home with me because, as you guys know, my story in 2015, I lost my best friend Zach to a murder in his family's pizza restaurant at New York style pizza right here in Akron. So when I heard about this, it really hit home with me because I know what it feels like to lose somebody to murder like that. And I found out just a couple of days ago that Rakishi's niece, the legendary Hall of Famer Rakishi, lost his 16-year-old niece, JAEDAH to murder in his own hometown. His own hometown. And sadly and unfortunately, the person was never found and was never captured. And that shit hurts. I know what that's like because it took the police here in Akron 2 years to find my best friend's killer. And so this story really resonated with me. It really hit home with me because I know that feeling and it hurts so bad. They don't know who did it, and they are still very much looking for his niece's killer. And if you guys don't know who JAEDAH is, she was the niece to legendary Hall of Fame wrestler Rakishi and the younger cousin to current legendary future Hall of Famer WWE superstar, the head of the table, Roman Reigns. And let me tell you, man, when I first heard about this, that killed me. Like, I didn't know much about it. I just knew that she was killed. I didn't know that, their killer was that the person that killed her was never found. Um, there is a $50,000 reward for anybody that can bring in valuable tips to actually lead to the capture of her murderer. If any of you guys are in the area, if any of you guys are in the Bayview area where they currently reside, and you guys have any legitimate tips to actually reach out and actually help this case, both of the numbers are in the description, where you guys can reach out, leave tips, and try to help this case, man. Because let me tell you, I know what it's like to have somebody's killer not be found. Because, like I said, when my best friend Zach was murdered back in 2015, it took 2 years for the police to find his killer. And let me tell you, when they found his killer, it felt so good. I can't tell you the countless hours that I stayed up with everyone here in Akron trying to help, to find his murderer. Like, I literally went over that footage in his family's restaurant at least 500 times a week, over and over and over again, trying to figure out who this person was. Like, I studied that footage relentlessly. And unfortunately, that wasn't the case with JAEDAH. And that's sad. And to that person that did kill her, I hope you know that your time is coming. Because not only do you have Rikishi looking for you, you have everyone in the WWE universe looking for you. And trust me, there's a lot of us. And I can promise you this right now, that we will find you one way or another. And you will be brought in. You will be brought to justice for what you've done. There is literally millions of WWE Universe fans. There are thousands of us. And trust me when I say this, you will be caught and you will be found. And to Rikishi, to the Samoan dynasty, to Roman's family, the Usos, and to everybody related to Rikishi, I want you to know that from not only one WWE Universe member, but from all of us here in the WWE Universe, man. I think I speak for all of us when I say you have our deepest and sincerest apologies. This never should have happened. It really was a tragedy what happened. And you didn't deserve it, man. Because growing up as a kid, I remember watching you as a kid. And your family is fucking awesome. You guys are legends. You guys are very well respected in the WWE. You guys are very well respected. And you guys, seeing you guys do what you do, helped me a lot through my years. Especially Roman doing what he's doing now, being the badass that he is. He taught me something. He taught me that in order to do something, if somebody won't give you something, you gotta fucking take it. If somebody takes your life from you, if somebody tries to take your life, like the YouTuber Masshole Reports tried to take mine, you don't just sit there and lie down and take it. No, you get up and you take that shit back. And you don't let them win. That's one very important lesson that I learned from your family. And from people such as Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy and, you know, their family, who I actually am good friends with through Instagram. They taught me that art is very important. Expressing yourself and being yourself is the most important thing that you can be. But one thing I've learned in general in my years of not only being a WWE fan, but through everything I've gone through, we need to be good to each other. We need to be kind to each other. This kind of violence isn't needed. It's fucked up and it's wrong. And it doesn't need to be happening. Which is why I try to treat every single person with respect. I try to treat them with the respect that they deserve. Because at the end of the day, we're all human. We're all people. And instead of taking lives, we should be saving them. Instead of bashing and attacking each other, we should be helping each other, regardless of the mistakes that we've made, regardless of what we've done. Because when we're dead and we're looking back on our life, on our deathbeds, and we're looking back at our life and we're taking that last breath of life, our mistakes aren't going to matter. Our mistakes aren't going to matter when we're looking back on our life and we're on our deathbed. All those mistakes aren't going to mean anything. It's not the mistakes that are going to matter. It's what we do, what we did about those mistakes. How did we better ourselves from them? How did we become better people from those mistakes? That's going to matter. Did you sit there and let these mistakes affect your life? Or did you rise above it and do what you needed to do? And not let that mistake affect you? That's why anybody that comes into my chat, I treat them with the utmost respect that I can. Unless I know that they are a troll and they are fucking with me, I treat every single person with the respect that they deserve. I give them the same respect that I know that they would show me. And to Rikishi, on behalf of the WWE Universe, man, I want to extend my sincerest and most heartfelt apologies, my friend. You didn't deserve that. Your family didn't deserve that. No one deserves that. Especially you, man. Your niece had a future ahead of her, and it got taken away from her in the blink of an eye like that. And that's sad. And that's wrong. Like, she didn't deserve that. And I just want you to know that you have my community, my family. You have the entire sympathy of the WWE Universe, my friend. You have all of our condolences. And I think I speak for everyone in the WWE Universe when I say that you have all of our deepest and most heartfelt condolences. Your niece didn't deserve that. No one does. Whether it's someone famous or some random person, no one deserves to be killed like that. No one deserves to be in the grave and have their life taken from them like that. No one deserves that. No one deserves to have their life taken away like that. Because as I said, I know what that's like. I had my best friend taken from me by a shooter. I had my best friend of almost 13 years taken from me in his own family's restaurant. And let me tell you, that was the worst night of my fucking life. So I know all too well how that feels. Getting that phone call saying that your family member or your friend or whoever it is has been shot and killed. And let me tell you, that was the worst phone call I've ever gotten in my entire life. That was the worst night of my life. getting that phone call from his brother, Omar, and being told that Zach had just died was the worst, most gut-wrenching feeling of my life. Like, words can't describe how gut-wrenching and unnerving that was for me. So I can only imagine what you went through, Rikishi. I can only imagine what was going through your head when you found out. And I'm not just saying this to my community, I'm saying this to everyone, even to my enemy, Masshole Reports. I'm saying this to everyone. My former friend, Sean Sands. Everyone. If anyone out there has any tips on where to find his niece's killer, please contact the numbers in the description. Let's help find this motherfucker and bring him to justice. Let's help bring this son of a bitch to justice. Because imagine if it was one of your own. Like Sean. Imagine if it was Christine. Imagine if it was your wife. Masshole Reports. Imagine if that was your husband. Imagine if that was one of your own. Let's bring this motherfucker in. Let's bring him down. Let's bring this son of a bitch to justice and give him what he fucking deserves. Because he not only took the life of a WWE superstar's niece, he took the life of someone that had a future in wrestling. Someone that had a future ahead of them. And a very bright one at that. Because JAEDAH was somebody that was very much loved by the WWE Universe. If you look on Rikishi's Instagram, on his Twitter, on all his social media, he was always spending time with his niece, always hanging out with his family, always having fun. He was a family man. He's a fucking family man. He was always spending time with her. He was always spending time with her, the Usos, Roman, his family, the people that meant the most to him. Same thing with Brody Lee before Brody Lee passed away. Rest in peace to Brody Lee. They were both family men. Rikishi's a family man. I can't tell you how many times I've scrolled through Instagram and I would see him hanging out with his niece and his family and Roman and the Usos and The Rock and all these people that are related to them and just being a normal person and having fun. It made me laugh. I love seeing that kind of shit. I love seeing people that know how to be normal outside of the ring. Like people that aren't conceited or self-centered. Like you take a look at the Hardy brothers. They're always posting family stuff. Jeff's always posting artistic stuff and having fun and hanging out with his brother, and Matt's always doing the same thing. Like, those are the kinds of people I like to see. I don't like seeing these self-centered motherfuckers that act like they're better than everyone just because they're making money and they're famous. No, I like to see people that act normal. People like Kurt Angle, who obviously spends a lot of time with his family now that he's retired. But like, guys, imagine if that was somebody in your family. Wouldn't you want to see their killer brought to justice? Imagine if that was somebody in your family. Whether it's your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your brother, your sister, your cousin, whoever it is. Imagine if that was somebody in your family. Wouldn't you want their killer brought in? Wouldn't you want their killer to be brought to justice? Wouldn't you want their killer found? I know I would. I know that when I lost my best friend to murder, like I said before, I had spent countless hours going over the surveillance footage trying to help find his killer. And granted, it may have taken 2 years for the police to do it, but that son of a bitch finally got found and is sitting on 21 years to life right now as we speak. So I'm calling on not only my community, I'm calling not only on everyone in my community, I'm calling on the entire WWE universe, man. Let's find this son of a bitch and bring his ass down. Because like I said, imagine if that was one of your own. How would you feel if that was one of your own that got killed and you didn't know who did it? Think about that. If it was one of your own, you'd want the same thing. You'd want their killer found. So let's bring this motherfucker in, man. Because like I said, I'm not speaking to you guys as a musician, as a rock star, as a voice of YouTube. I'm not speaking to you as someone famous. I'm not speaking to you as Cyraxx. I'm speaking to you as Chance Wilkins, the human being, a fan, a fellow member of the WWE universe, and more importantly, as somebody that knows what it's like to lose somebody to murder. Let's bring this motherfucker in, man. Because no one deserves to go out like that. No one fucking deserves to go out like that. No one deserves to have their life taken away from them like that. Especially not at that age. I mean, come on. 16 years old. She was only 16. Had her whole life ahead of her. And it was taken in the blink of an eye like that. It was taken away from her in the blink of an eye, man. Imagine if that was your niece or your younger sister or somebody younger than you. Think about that. How would you feel? Wouldn't you want that person brought in? Whether it's your niece, your nephew, whoever it is, wouldn't you want that person's killer to be brought to justice? I know I would. I know I'd want my niece or nephew's killer brought into justice. And I guarantee you, if that ever did happen, I'd hunt the motherfucker down. I'd help hunt that son of a bitch down. So guys, let's bring this guy to justice. Let's find this motherfucker and let's bring him in, man. Let's bring this son of a bitch down. Let's show this motherfucker that he can't hide. Not from me, not from you guys, not from the WWE universe. Let's show this son of a bitch that he can't hide forever. And that he will be brought in. Let's bring this motherfucker in, man. So I urge you guys with this final message. If any of you live in the Bayview area where Rikishi resides currently, please contact the numbers. If you have any legitimate, very real tips, that can help bring his niece's killer to justice, please call the numbers in the description. And yes, there is a reward. They are offering a $50,000 reward for the person that helps bring Rakishi's daughter to justice. So please, guys, let's bring this motherfucker in and let's show him what the WWE Universe can really do when we come together. Let's show this motherfucker what's up and that he can't fucking hide. I love you guys. And to Rikishi, on behalf of myself, my family, my community, and most importantly, on behalf of the WWE Universe, man, I just want to say that I am truly sorry and that you have our most deepest, most heartfelt, and I do mean our most sincere and most heartfelt condolences. Your niece was taken way too soon. Way too soon. And I just hope and pray that her killer gets found and that he gets brought in and justice gets served. So to the Someone Dynasty, I want to say that we all love you guys and we're going to do all we can to help try to bring your niece's killer to justice. And Roman, I can promise you, man, we're all going to do everything we can to bring your cousin's killer in. I can promise you that, big dog. We're going to keep on hunting. We are going to find her killer. I can promise you that, Roman. You have my word. We are going to bring her in one way or another. Whether it's myself or another member of the WWE Universe. I can promise you, man, her killer will be found and he will be brought to justice. You have my word on that. So let's get out there, guys. Let's find this son of a bitch. And let's bring him in.